Hi, my name is Lefred and this is MySQL Shorts. InnoDB tables without primary key are very bad for performance and replication. A good primary key is a small and incremental one. So let's have a look what we can do with MySQL 8. So with MySQL 8 here, we create one table and I call it my table with two columns, name and timestamp. We will insert some records. So 3 records. And when we select all the records, we can see we have name added and nothing else. And now, if we search in MySQL for the table not having a primary key, so the bad table in InnoDB, we will see that this my table is listed. And the table is there. But with MySQL 8, we can enable the GIPK mode, meaning that we ask to MySQL to generate an invisible primary key for us. So we put select generated invisible primary key to enable the GIPK mode. So here we're gonna enable it. So I do set persist SQL generate invisible primary key equal 1, right? I can reconnect to show you that it is there now. And now we're going to create the same table with another name. So we call it my table 2. And we will add some records, again, exactly the same ones. And now if we search for the table without primary key, my table 2, it's not part of it. If we select the content of my table 2, we can see it's exactly the same. But this time, I can also specify the myRow ID, and we can see that myRow ID has been added, and myRow ID is the invisible primary key. If I check the creation of the table with show create, I can see that myRow ID, it's completely invisible. I don't see it. So let's have a look in information schema, because there are some legacy applications that are using information schema to create something, and if there is a new row not expected there, a new column, it might fail. So we can see that even in information schema, we don't have this completely hidden primary key. So this all depends of the need you have and if you have legacy application. But if we want, we can also see them, and the default in MySQL 8 is to list the invisible primary key. So how we can control this? It's using the longest variable in MySQL that is not related to performance schema. So here, let's have a look at the top 10 of the longest variable in MySQL 8. And what we can see here is that show GIPK in create table and information schema. It's the variable that will control to see it or not. You can see it's disabled here. Remember, the default it's enabled. So here we're going to enable it. And now if we do show create table, we can see that the hidden primary key, it's listed. It's hidden, but it's listed. So when we play with primary keys, we have these two variables, SQL generate invisible primary key, so the GIPK mode, but we can also ask MySQL to that we always require primary key. But SQL generate invisible primary key takes the precedence of SQL require primary key, meaning that if you enable the GIPK mode, you can create table without primary key because it will generate it one for you. So this is how it works. So create table with nice primary key, it's always better. If not, GIPK mode, it's what you need. So thank you for watching and make sure to hit like and subscribe.